dear friends, welcome back again. So happy you popped over again to see what I am up to today. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Janny and I hope you enjoy what you see. And if you do, I hope you take a little bit of inspiration with you. For everyone here who is not subscribed to my channel, of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and of course, hit the bell so you will be notified every time I upload new DIYs. Like I always say, enough talking and let's jump into today's inspiration. And you see already on my table are the things we need for this DIY. We need, of course, our tumbling towel blocks, the smaller blocks. And of course, I have here my container with everything inside. You know already the drill. It is so easy. Everything I need, like brushes, markers, scissors, and of course the wood glue. What would we do without it? Of course, you can use hot glue, but be careful because most of the times, at least in my experience, it falls apart. So of course, I have my paint over here. I use the creamy, the red and the blue, and we use some duct tape. Of course, what we're going to make, we are going to make our own Uncle Sam's head. I have to say it right. Of course, we will see how this one will turn out. So the first step, what we're going to do, we're going to get, of course, 9 blocks. Very easy. 3, 4, 5, already 6. I count right. 7, 8, 9. This is already row number 1. We go for row number 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9 if everything's correctly. And I have here the last row of 9 because we make the underside of our head. And you can change it up any way you like. I always say I just give you a little bit of an idea and you can change it up any way you like. And I also show you the mistakes I make, and I make a lot of mistakes. So you can learn from it and you can do it right away in one piece. So just let me make the mistakes and you can easily make it in one piece, but at least in one time. That's a better word. I don't hope that it's just a day that the English is really bad. And it isn't even Monday. It is over here in the Netherlands. It is Thursday. So I don't know. We will see where this will bring us. We already have row number 2. And this is number 4, number 5, and number 6, and number 7, and number 8. Because number 9 is the closure up. We're going to squeeze it already a little because I was forgotten it for the first row. If you squeeze it, start from the middle within because you don't want that everything is popping out. And I have that a lot of times. If you have blocks which are not totally straight, don't mind because this is only a kind of a square piece of wood. And we just place a round on top of it and going to make a circle out of it. So if this is not totally straight, it doesn't matter. So here you can use your blocks, which you can use in other DIYs. So here it doesn't matter if it is not the same size. So the last row, and of course number 8 and number 9. And we're going to squeeze it again. And a couple of people ask, why don't I use the metal square? This is just something I used to. And I'm an old lady, so, so I have my habits. And I always find it, for me, easier to use just my fingers. But like I tell you in every DIY, make sure that you do whatever you think is working fine for you. If you like the metal square, totally fine. Just use it. And of course, a question is also how many blocks do you use? I use always most of the time. If you have 3 or 4 until 5 packages laying around, then you are really having everything. Because I don't know from the start how many blocks I will use because I change my mind over and over again along the DIY is going. So if you always have 4 until 5 packages laying around, because in your packages is always more. I have in mine 54. So, and you have, I think, in the 70, if I am correctly. So you always have, so 4 until 5, you always have enough for all DIYs of this channel, of course, all about Christmas, but also for Diana and my channel on Deco Easy. So I'm going to give this a couple of minutes rest. So we gave it a couple of minutes. We place 1 straight up, and we do some line of glue. We have, oh, you see already number 2 is straight up, and we do some line of glue also. And we're going to place them against each other, and over here the same. And because we do it in a couple of minutes, you can easily fill in the open gaps because you just squeeze it and work your way with the blocks, and you can, if you squeeze, you see already the open lines go to each other. So it is really easy. And you see already also on this side, you see this row is longer. You see over here, I have here an open of a longer piece, but it doesn't matter because I place my circle on top of here, lined it out, and I'm going to cut it out so you don't see it anymore. So I'm going to give this at least a couple of hours, but first what I'm going to do, because I want to know how big my circle is. So I have here my kitchen holder for my kitchen paper. So I'm going to place this on top, and I think this is for me the right size. So I'm going to place it over here, and I'm going to get my marker already. I'm not going to cut it yet. I'm only going to make my line, and I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to go over here, but choose any round you want in your kitchen, because you don't have to do the same round that I do. I think I will measure out the size I have over here. If you have a second, and yes, I have my ruler. I did forget it. So what the size is in centimeters, it is from this side to this side, it is a little bit 14.1 in centimeters, but in inches, he is 5.6 in inches. So here you see the 5, and he's a little over the 5.5. So in inches, he is 5.6, and in centimeters, 14.9. So what I'm going to do, I did find a ring, which is a lot smaller than this ring is, because he needs a little bit of an overpiece for the head. So I'm going to go for this one. And that means that I go, how much I will, first I'm going to draw my line. That's better than I just going to explain it to you. So I'm going to look for if I have the same measurements over here. I think I have it in the middle. So I'm going to make my line over here, and I show it to you in a moment. And I go for this side and this side. So I'm going to place it over here, and you see, now you already have, I hope you can see it, 2 rings inside. And I'm going to look for, with my ruler, if the measurements are a little bit the same. This one is almost 2.5. Then we're going to look over here, almost 2.5, and here almost 2.5. I'm really sitting a little bit in the size I need. So, and over here, of course, what you can do also, if you want to be sure, just get your first round and then go over it and do 2.5 centimeters, make a point. Do here 2.5 centimeters, make a point. Do it here and make a point, and then you always have the right size. So, but I did quite well for the first attempt. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my blocks, and I'm going to build them just inside, just to look how many blocks I need. So I'm going to do this a little faster, because this is very boring for you. So I see already I made my round, and this head of Uncle Sam is not too big, because I don't want it too big for you. So you can place it anywhere in your decor, because if you make a really big one, it's always a little bit harder. So I'm going to count the blocks, because these are the blocks we need. So it is very easy. We need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we need 15 blocks to make our round over here. So that's the only thing I need to know. Now this piece can rest until it is dried in for at least a couple of hours before I'm going to get my jigsaw, and I'm going to saw the outside line out, not the inside, only the outside line. So this was a lot of talking. I already was looking back at my videos, what I did. I am really sorry that I talk so much. Some people don't like that I talk too much. What I'm going to do, so we need 15 pieces. We are going to make them 3 high because I don't want it too high. So I'm going to make 15 pieces like we did over here. This is already 3. I only do a couple of them together with you. So, and then you see a little bit faster. This is already number 1. You just do on the top side, you glue them and you place them already against each other. So the glue is not running out too much. So place it against each other. And then it sticks in the place there it needs to be, because or else your whole table is under it. So, and this is already number 4. You're just going to squeeze it. Squeeze with your fingers and this way. And over here, and you just wipe away the glue you don't need. And I'm going to do the rest a little faster. You see here, I have all 15 pieces of 3. I'm going to give them at least a half hour drying, and then we're going to paint it, because I'm going to do I would say 7 I will do in a white color, and 8 I will do in of course a red color, and the underbottom will be in the blue color. So I'm going to leave them a couple of at least a half hour drying before I'm going to paint it. So in the meantime, I'm going to lay the 15 pieces of 3 aside to dry. I'm going to get 5 blocks. Very easy, you just lay them 5 on a row. You do here also 5, because we're going to make for something inside. What we're going to do is very easy. We're just going to glue them on top of each other. So easy, place your block on top, do some in the middle and over here, and place it on top. And we do here the same. And we don't squeeze it. And in a straight line, squeeze it, place it on the side and make it in a straight line, squeeze. And again, squeeze. And we're going to wipe away the glue we don't need. Of course, be sure that you have it in a straight line. Also over here, this one needs to a little bit push. We give it a couple of minutes only. So I gave it a couple of minutes. I'm going to do some glue on the top. I'm going to do it over here. And make sure that I glue them in the same direction. So be careful that you have here the blocks in the same length and not flat, because then you get different sizes and that's not what you want. Now we're going to squeeze them, because we want to have them in one big piece. So we're going to squeeze and make sure that you have everything in the straight line again. And we're going to place it aside and let this dry. What we're going to do, we have here of course our middle stand. We're going to make 4 blocks. We do again 4 and another one of 4 over here, and we do here again 4, we do here 4, and we do another 4, and we're going to glue them on the side, so on the longest side, and you row them together this way, and this is already 1. And you can do it very easy, because it is easy and fast. And we're going to make this for kind of a top which is coming out of the head, because we're going to leave the head on top open. You don't have to do it. You can close it if you like that a little bit better. But I always love it that you also can give a little bit of decoration on the inside from the top of the head. I also made one for the Christmas season, a snowman's head, and I did come out some snowballs. So, and I think he turned out very nice. Of course, you find this also on this channel, a little bit, I think maybe all around the Christmas season. And of course, everyone who is here and loves to see a Christmas and early Christmas, we are going to start once in a week. Around June, July, we're going to start once a week already with, of course, the month Christmas in July will be totally Christmas. And then we're going to move on with at least once in the week, we're going to do a Christmas DIY. So every Christmas lover, just like me, in a moment, already in a couple of weeks, we're going to go further with the Christmas, of course, is slowly coming in. So, but everyone who doesn't love Christmas, there's still enough for you, which is coming out also. So I'm going to let this dry in for a couple of minutes. So I gave it a couple of minutes. I'm going to place it on the side and I'm going to do some glue, and we do here the same. And of course it is still not totally dry, but you can easily work with it now. So again, squeeze it until one piece over here, and you do here the same. Do some glue on the ending, and we do here also on the tops, and we're going to place this also back together again, and we're going to give it a little bit of squeeze, and we do here already some glue over here. Make sure that you have every block, and we do very easy. We're going to place this, and we place this on top. So again, give it some pressure from above, feel with your fingers, make it in one big piece, and then we're going to wipe away the top, and again squeeze it, feel with your fingers, and we're going to let this dry in. So we gave it a couple of minutes. I'm going to do some glue on the top. I hope you can see it over here, and I'm going to place this one, of course, in the middle, and I'm going to squeeze it, and this way, and I'm going to give it also a couple of minutes. In the meantime, while this is drying, I'm going to do 2 blocks and 2 blocks, glue this together on top of here and over here, and this one, and we're going to place it aside, squeeze it, straight line, squeeze it, straight line, and we're going to give this also a couple of minutes. So I have my 2 loose pieces, and you see I'm going to, this is in half, this in half, also here, and I'm going to glue this way. I'm going to glue them together. So very easy. Do some glue on the side, over here, also on both of the blocks, and we're going to place this and squeeze it together until one piece over here, and we're going to let this dry in. So we're going to place this apart and this one to dry, so we don't need this in a moment. What we're going to do, we're going to get our 15 pieces of 3, and we're going to paint them. So I'm going to paint, like I said, 8 in the red and 7 of course in the white. So I'm going to take my time for it. I won't bore you with that, so I do it a little faster. So in the meantime, while my 8 red and my 7 whites are drying, I'm going to go to my garage, and I'm going to get my little plank, and of course I'm going to cut out the outside of the round. So I'm going to try, I hope I succeed and it will be a nice round. We will see. So I have here my round. At least I try to make a round. Of course he's not totally perfect, but and any DIY is perfect, at least not my DIY. Perfect. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get my dark blue, and I'm going to do some, you see already some blue on here, and I'm going to paint this one blue. I'm going to paint this block blue, and of course I'm going to paint this one in the blue color. So of course I do this also a little bit faster, because I don't think you are going to be very happy if I show you every step of the painting. At least I don't think you will be happy for that. So I'm going to take my time and make this blue. So I painted everything, the blue, the red and the white, and we're going to in a moment we're going to build everything together. The only thing what I took out of my stash is just my wooden ladders I found already a couple of weeks ago, and I have a lot of them, so I was really lucky. But you can use sticker ladders, Scrabble ladders, other letters, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to do the word USA, and I'm going to paint, the last painting I do will be this 3 letters in the white color. So the paint is dried. I took 2 pieces of kitchen paper. We call it keukenpapier, so it's a lot different than you call it. So I have 2 pieces, because I don't want to scratch my pieces, I'm going to do one red, one white, and again, and I'm going to do all of them this way and over here. We make just a nice straight line, and we go for over here, and again, and this one, and here. Oh, you see already, we need to do here, and the last, and the white, and the red, and over here. So you see already. Now we're going to place everything in a straight line. And the kitchen paper also make sure that it doesn't go, how you call it, glijden. We call it glijden. You call it moving. At least it doesn't move. And I'm going to place all of them. Take your time for it in a straight line. And this one has to go to the back. Maybe sometimes you need to turn over some of your pieces to make a nice straight piece. So I'm going to take my time. I have everything on the straight line, especially on the underside, because we need to glue this on the blue round. We're going to get the tape, and I use this is very tape is sticking very bad. You see already it's really going on your fingers. So I'm going to measure out where I want to have it over here. A little this way. I'm going to cut it off, and I'm going to place it on the underside. Just carefully lay it down and work from the within to the outside. Again, over here and over here. And now we take another piece, and I do two pieces. I leave this open because you are looking inside of the head, and then you see too much of the tape. Of course, I'm going to decorate the inside a little so you don't see the underside anymore, but the top I will leave open. So I'm going to get another one. I try to get it a little bit longer, and this way, because he's a little bit too short from this side, and I'm going to do a little bit of overlay on the other one. And again, work your way from the within to the outside and go over it. So, and now it can't go anywhere. So it's very easy. I'm going to give it a little moment to settle the glue on top of the wood. So I gave it a moment to settle in. I did lay it with the heater a little moment, so the stickiness on the tape is melting a little bit better on my wood. What I did, I took two pieces of my tape over here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place one over here, and then you see already what I did wrong, because if I place them together, I shouldn't use 15, I should have used 16, but it was too much for my round. But you see already I miss one white in between. So if you don't mind, you can use the same measurement, but of course you also can place a little bit of white over here and then glue them together. So do whatever you think is right. Of course, I wish I did it a little different. So I'm going to place this one over here, and I place this one in the length of this one. So place it over here, and I'm going to place this one and make sure that we're going to place this over here, and then I'm going to do this one exactly on here. I have to look for that I can place it in one piece, because he doesn't want to, you see, because it's a little small around, it is a little bit difficult to get them stuck onto each other. So, but we will get there, don't worry, we will. So again, I'm going to glue, and I hope that everything glues right now on top of my tape. So I'm going to work with it. So, and now I already have my round this way. So I'm going to get my blue round, I'm going to place it over here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to place this one upside down, and we're going to do some glue on the tops of our blocks. So just a little bit on each block, you do a little bit. And then we hope that they are sticking nicely on our blue piece. So we're going to let it suck in for a little moment, and then we're going to turn around and place it on top of here. So now is getting the biggest challenge because it is really hard to get it on top of my wooden round. So I'm going to turn it over, and I'm just going to make kind of a round already in front of my, and I hope that I have it in the middle, but I really have no clue. So, so we will see how this will look like. And I'm going to turn it over and look on each side. I have to go to get it a little this way, over here, and make it coming back over here. If you have a better way, let me know, because I also was thinking I just do the round on top of there, but then you don't find the middle easy also. So it is always a little bit of a task to find the right middle. So I think I am almost on the place I need to be, and I'm going to press it down, and I'm going to get a little cutting board, place it on top, and then do a piece of paint can on top of here to give it some pressure. So I place here a piece of kitchen towel. I have here my sign I made, and I'm going to place it over here. I'm going to look for which side I like the best. I think I'm going to go for this side. I'm going to have here my letters USA, and I'm going to glue them on top of here. So I'm going to look for where I want to have them. A little bit like this. You see already, I think this will look nice. So I'm going to get my wood glue, and I'm going to do some glue on the underside. So very over here, and we're going to place it, and we're not going to press it yet, because we want to be sure that we have it on the place we want to have it. And the last number, the A, and of course a little on top, and we do it a little sideways. So I'm going to look for if I like it this shape, and then I'm going to give it some pressure. So I took a little moment to look for that I had the letters on the place I want to have it, because I'm a really sometimes a person who is a little bit here we call it secure. So I'm always really have it to in my head. I want to have it also on top of here. So I'm a little difficult when it comes to DIYing. So I always want to have it this way. So that's why I took a little moment to look for if I had it on the line I want to have it. So I'm going to give this a couple of minutes drying, and then we're going to do this little block under here. Yes, you see it right. You really see it right. I did rip off the letters because I didn't like it. I didn't like USA. I thought I am making Uncle Sam, so it has to be Sam on top. You don't have to do it. Don't do it as crazy as I am. But I'm just going to paint this front again, because I am liking the Sam word better than the USA. So I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to do only the letter M in the white color. So I have already Sam on top of here, on top of here again. It's almost USA, but only one letter different. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do some glue on the underside over here, and I'm going to place this one on top of the block over here, and I'm going to place it in the middle exactly, and I'm going to squeeze it, hold it in place for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to glue it inside of the head. So the only thing what I need to do is, of course, the sign with Sam I'm going to glue inside, but I was here thinking and waiting on the Uncle Sam when he is dried up. I was thinking, what am I stupid? Because what I should have done, I just should take one of the red out and just do this 14 together. I have now 15 pieces, but do 14. This will be a little bit wider, and of course your colors are really perfect. Red, white, red, white. So I don't know why I did this and did not take one of them away and make the round a little smaller. I don't know. And this one would be a little wider also. So you can still learn from my mistake. So I'm going to do some glue on the underside and I'm going to glue it on the inside of our head. And I'm going to place it in here. I have to look for it because I want to have this one on the back side. So I'm going to place it over here and let it dry in for at least a half hour. And you see in a moment a quick impression. And you see finally a quick impression of my tumbling tile blocks Uncle Sam's head. Of course, I did some simple greenery inside, but you can change it up any way you like. I hope you give this one also a try, and if you like the Uncle Sam's, you will find it in my description box for our Deco Easy channel I do together with Diane. So do you want to see that DIY, come on over to there and you will find lots and lots of DIYs. For everyone who is new here, I hope you enjoy what you saw, and if you do, I hope you will click the red subscribe button, give me a thumbs up and hit the bell so you will be notified every time I upload new DIYs. And for everyone who is here and only love to watch, I hope you had fun watching again. Like I said, for more DIYs, go over to the description box and there you find all the links you need. Everyone have an amazing day and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!